Hello, my dear learners. It's another beautiful day for learning. Before we proceed to our main lesson, I would like you to prepare one of the resources that you will be needing for all the lessons that we will be doing.
Since we will be doing multisensory lessons, one of the major things that you will be needing are your sensory boards. This will help you or your learner in learning and memorizing phonics, spelling rules, and even your high-frequency words with the help of your tactile senses. But do you know what tactile senses is? Tactile sense is the sense of touch where contact, pressure, or traction exerted on the skin as well as in some internal organs are being recognized. The tactile sense is one of the 5 traditional senses of the body. It is recognized by the organs of touch, which are found mainly in the skin. The sensitivity varies from one part of the skin to another. Example, the highly sensitive areas are the tactile sense on the forehead, temples, and the back of the forearm. Tactile sense is focused mainly on sense of pressure, traction, and touch, excluding temperature and pain. So I will be showing you different kinds of sensory boards that you can use, and in the end, we will make one of the sensory tray. So are you ready? Let's get started. The first one is a screen board, and this is the most needed among all your sensory boards. In every lesson, you will be using 3 boards, and this will always be one of those chosen 3. In order to make one screen board, you will be needing a clear material like the disposable containers that you can find in the kitchen, or if your parents have those laminating films, that will also be fine. Just make sure that you are taking a flat part, and above all, make sure that you ask for permission first before you start cutting things around you. Okay? You will also be needing a net. It could be a bath ball used for body scrubbing, a fishnet, or the fabric. Once again, I'm reminding you, make sure that you ask for permission first before you start cutting. Alright? So all you have to do is to attach the screen or net to the laminated film or to the clear container using a paper tape. But like I said, even if you just have the net, that will do, since it is the texture of the net that is important and that you can see what you are tracing, like how you will see on this video. Whoopsie! Just a reminder, don't use bubble wrap for this sensory board. Otherwise, instead of learning, you or your learner will get distracted with the urge of popping the bubbles and end up learning nothing. So this is a big no. Moving forward, our next sensory boards are the textiles. Just like with the bath ball, you need the texture for your tactile senses in tracing. So these are just the simple ones. But if you want to go for the laced, sequined, and metallic ones, it will also be fine. Again and again, just don't forget, ask for permission first before, and don't just start cutting down your mom's elegant dresses, okay? After you have found the textiles that you can use, stick them in a carton board to keep them still. So for the next item, you can also use the glitter boards as sensory boards, though these are a bit messy. So if you are not a fan of glitters, just set this aside. You can also use the magnetic board, which I believe most of the kids have. This will help you improve your pencil grasp and letter formations while using a magnetic pen. You can also use artificial grass. These are now available in the market, and the texture is also good for tactile sense. Whiteboards and whiteboard markers could also be used, and this could also help you or your learner how to learn to control pressure when writing, because you wouldn't want to break the tip, would you? The next ones are the texture boards with colorful stones. Apart from the good sensation to the fingers, the colorful design makes you more engaged. We also have the chalkboard. This also has something to do with your pen control because of the controlled amount of pressure that you put on the chalk. You will learn letter formation while working on your control in order to keep the chalk cool. And finally, we have our sensory tray. You can either use salt, rice, sprinkles, shaving foams, pebbles, or sand. It is really up to you which one you think will be fascinating to use and which one will engage you or your learner more. Apart from the above mentioned, there is a lot more that you can use for your sensory tray. So as I have mentioned earlier, I will be showing you how to make one of the sensory tray. This time we will be making a rice tray. You will be needing colored papers, and this is depending on how colorful you want to make your tray. You will also be needing a pair of scissors to cut your papers, the sticky tape or glue to stick the papers together, a container. So in my case, I use this styro plate since this is the only one that is available, but you can use any other container. The bigger, the better. And of course, you will be needing the rice. So to start with, you will be needing this piece of paper. You have to fold it in half, making sure that both sides are equal. Okay? There you go. And so, as you do that, later on you will have to cut this one with a pair of scissors. Scissor alert! This one is really sharp, so you better be careful. Make sure to ask a grown-up to help you if you are not that confident yet in cutting. So continuing our activity, you just have to cut down the lines following the folds that you have made. Make sure that you are cutting it equally and that you are following the line. Okay? And then, what you need to do is to fold it again in another half. So you have to fold it lengthwise so that you will have the longer side of the paper. After that, of course, you will be needing to cut it again and make sure that it is being cut equally. Okay? So you have to be careful. There you go. So there I have it. I have one piece of the paper that I'll be needing. So I have decided to use 3 colored sheets, which is red, orange, and yellow. So now I have to pause this video and cut this paper. So we're back, and here are the 3 colored papers that I have prepared, the red, orange, and yellow. And as I have mentioned earlier, you can use a sticky tape or a glue stick. However, for my case, I choose to use the glue stick. So I'll just be applying the glue stick on the edge of my paper and make sure that there are no space left, that in order for the paper to get sticked properly. Yeah. After this one, I will also stick the red paper. So as you can see, I'm trying to make sure that the edges are equal to each other, so that later when we put them on the container, they will be an exact fit. Yeah. So this is a good combination of colors. I think the learner or you yourself would enjoy while you are tracing on top of the rice, and then from there you will be seeing this different colors. Yeah. So this time what I need to do is I'll be putting this on the container. So as I have showed it to you earlier, I chose the styro container because that's what I have with me right now. But if you have a bigger container, that's a lot better. So it's your choice if you want to put a sticky tape around it and to keep the
design that you have made on the container, it's up to you. But if you choose to use other colors every time that you are using your sensory tray, so I suggest not to put the sticky tape anymore. Yeah. So this time we will start to pour the rice. Okay. So I'll just need to get it. There we go. Just put the exact amount of rice. Make sure that when you're tracing, whatever you do, it's you will still be able to visualize the letters that you are making, and of course that the rice is enough to provide its purpose for your tactile senses. See? So this time I'm trying to form the letter S. Now let's try one more time if we will just be using the exact amount of rice. So I'm forming letter A one time, second time, the third time, the fourth, and the fifth. There you have it. Now it's your turn to make your sensory tray.
So there you have it. This is our rice tray. Try making your own sensory boards and share what you have made by posting your comments below. See you all next time. Goodbye.